Narrator, soft reflective tone. You ever wonder what life was really like in 1960s Britain? Before smartphones, before fast food chains took over the high street, back when you could smell coal smoke in the air and hear a milk float at 6 a.m.? Well, here are 10 everyday things Brits used to do in the 60s that vanished forever. Dramatic pause. Some of them you'll miss. Some of them, you'll be glad they're gone. 1. Drinking camp coffee from a bottle. Narrator. It wasn't Starbucks. In fact, it wasn't even real coffee. Camp coffee was a syrup in a bottle. Just add hot water and pretend you're in a cafe. That was a cuppa for working-class Britain. Today, most people under 30 haven't even heard of it. 2. Weekly bath nights. In a tin tub. Narrator. Before central heating and power showers. It was one bath, one tub, and one night a week. Mum boiled the kettle, Dad went first, and you? You went last, in the same water. And somehow, it was still cozy. 3. Buying milk from a glass bottle on the doorstep. Narrator. The clink of glass bottles early in the morning. That was the soundtrack of every British neighborhood. Milk delivered by a cheerful milkman. Now, supermarkets have killed it. And with it, a little piece of daily charm. 4. Watching TV on a rental set. Narrator. You didn't own your TV, you rented it. From places like Radio Rentals or Granada. One telly in the house, black and white. And if the picture went fuzzy, you gave it a slap. Worked every time. 5. Listening to pirate radio on the coast. Narrator. BBC was too stiff. So the youth tuned in to Radio Caroline, broadcasting illegally from ships off the coast. It felt dangerous, like the music wasn't just playing, it was rebelling. 6. Going to the laundrette with a bag of coins. Narrator. Your mum didn't have a washing machine. She had a bag of 10-pence coins and a weekly trip to the laundrette. Kids played, women chatted, the dryers spun like jet engines. It wasn't glamorous, but it was a ritual. 7. Queuing for the cinema on a Friday night. Narrator. No online booking, no fancy recliners. You stood in line, rain or shine, outside the Odeon. Maybe you got in, maybe you didn't, but everyone went. And popcorn? Not a chance. You got ice cream from the usher in a tray. 8. Holidaying in Blackpool and nowhere else. Narrator. Forget Spain. In the 60s, a holiday meant boarding a train to Blackpool. Fish and chips, donkey rides, and that windy beach. It was basic, it was bracing, and it was perfect. 9. Mending clothes instead of throwing them away. Narrator. Torn sock? You darned it. Loose button? You stitched it back. Throwing clothes away was unthinkable. Now we have fast fashion. But back then, clothes had stories. 10. Power cuts and candlelight dinners, unplanned. Narrator. In the winter of 1963, entire streets lost power for hours. So families lit candles, played cards, and huddled for warmth. Was it hard? Sure. But there was something beautiful in the quiet. A kind of closeness we've lost. Closing scene. Fade into vintage family photo montage. Narrator, softly. These weren't just habits. They were ways of living that made the 60s unforgettable. What do you remember from those days? Or what do you wish we still had? Let us know in the comments.